And we're back. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. After a whole afternoon of streaming, 4 hours or so, we have another match coming your way, but this time the Nations Cup. You guys are so blessed with the amount of urban terror that's happening right now, which is fantastic. And I, by the way, I'm also blessed, of course, because I can't think of anything better to do on this Saturday evening during hashtag Corona, hashtag stay home. The game is about to start. It's Nordic versus Colombia, and it's a completely different team of Colombia. Colombia was playing with... By the way, yes, that's important to point out. Blaze Fancy, thanks very much for your 5 months in a row subscription. No Fescar, no win, by the way. Well, we'll have to wait and see. But thanks very much for your support nonetheless. That's 82 subs as far as I know. There's a new sub emote. And if you guys have any idea for a better emote, you're more than welcome to share. Anyway, for now though, let's have a quick peek at the bracket. It's a Swiss system, and as you can see, this is the second game in round number 3. Oh, something's going really wonky with this with the display. Anyway, this game is quite important for both teams. They won't be knocked out if they lose. They won't go through to the knockout stage if they win, but they will be one place removed. So yeah, a lot riding on this. Anyway, Nordic versus Colombia, and a very different team for Colombia. I will explain it. I don't really like pointing this stuff out, but yeah, normally I wouldn't because it's bad for urban terror. But in this case, I'll have to. As you can see, this is a completely different Colombian team compared to round 1 and 2. The reason being that Colombia, during their game against Argentina, had a known cheater in their team. Also known as, wait a second, I have that information straight in front of me here. The known cheater was Ghost Script, and he played on the account of Lightshade. Everybody who was in the TeamSpeak of that team has been banned for a year. That's really annoying, but what a luxury that Colombia still has a whole team of players that can play now. So no dropout for Colombia. And to be honest, and this might sound kind of unfair towards Nordic, but Nordic might have a chance now versus Colombia. Colombia was rolling through very good opponents. They lost against Argentina, but that was also very close. And Argentina is the... Nice shot, Burma. Lovely. And Argentina is also the finalist of last year's Nations Cup. So... 1-0 to Colombia, here we go. By the way, the map is Austria, if you haven't seen that yet. It's Team Survivor, and we will have Casa Team Survivor, the choice of Colombia, after this. Let me quickly add a little bit more audio for myself. And let's focus on the game now. Burma once more gets the winning kill in the round, and it's 2-0. In the meantime though, Nordic are starting to win this round, it seems. By the way, our GTV cameraman is Maku, so that means that I can stream live and react live to your chats. And I see that Blaze Fancy is already spamming with loads of Nordic terms. Anyway, also, by the way, cheers, guys. I'm not drunk anymore. I'm only drinking water at the moment. I might have drunk a couple beers, strong beers, too many during the afternoon. And guess what? I'm going to be... Ooh, team kill there. I'm going to be drinking a lot more tomorrow since it's going to be my birthday. This is going to be a hard round for the Nordics to win. T9NR. That's some names that I don't really know. I mean, Yadad, SOT, and RKQ are known to me, but Forest WoW and Batare, whatever. T9er, let's call him that. I'm 32, well actually I'm going to be 32 years old, Holy Logic TV. Nice hits here for Burma. Once more, he is the person that Colombia is relying on. As you can see, he already has 10 kills. That's more than double his nearest teammate. But he took a little bit too much damage here. And since it's 2v2, 2v1 I should say. Yeah, there we go. So 10-9er, T9er, that's going to be difficult to pronounce, but he secures his first kill and also the second round for Nordic. SOT here doesn't even spot his opponent. Khan taking him out, sneaky ninja style. T9er here still alive. It's SOT and well, that's what GTV does. It says that SOT is still alive, but apparently it wasn't. So that's a bit regretful. Colombians here in the lead on Nordic's home team. Yeah, I would agree with you, Blaze Fantasy. I think Austria is not a map that suits the strengths of Team Nordic. I don't see any... In general, guys, I would say that Austria gets chosen by a team that has a strong SR8er or strong naders. And up to now, I haven't seen an SR8 being employed by the Nordics, nor very good aggressive nades that take out Colombia. I don't know, maybe some of you might disagree. That's why that's fair enough, obviously. A lot of you are very well entitled to your opinion. But this is my amateur perspective on the situation. Good aggressive push here by Khan. He gets the kill. Tries to flick over to Forest WoW and will die. Unfortunately, though, the rest of his team died as well, so it's 5-3, so the Nordics are staying close. Quarter of the map played here. And an aggressive push here through tunnel, but where are the rest of the Nordics? Nice shooting there, but the grenade and... Wow, I don't know what happened there, but all of a sudden all of the Nordics died in a split second. Khan knows exactly where to find an opponent now. But good movement from Forest. Avoiding the second nade. The Nordics need to win this round to stay nearby, but the pressure needs to be put on. Especially if the meds are coming in. Below you, RKQ. Well, he does, he keeps on putting out damage, so that's good, and the rest of his team are also flanking. Good job here. So, it's just D remaining, and D is Doko. All these strange new names. Ah, see? SOT has been listening to to the stream. He grabs his trusty SR8. Let's see how good he can employ this S8, especially at high ping. I've said it before and I'll say it probably 10 more times during this NationsCup. Oh, come on, you should pull that trigger. Well, first death's coming in and SOT is being shot at. Guys, can you confirm that SOT is a player since 3.7? Because I remember that nickname from when I was playing Publix, when this game was, well, still in its infancy. Thanks very much for the confirmation, Biddle. Believe it or not, but the Scandinavian countries, also known as Nordic countries, were had some very, very good clans in the 3.x era. Suicidal RKQ, but he gets a kill in return for his death. Switching over to a different weapon, but it'll be a difficult task here to take out and D, Clarity and Can. Kitek, I don't think that a timeout would... It's not like... I mean, they lost the first 2 rounds or something like that, and after that they've kept close. And they are switching it up a little bit. SOT is now going to try and employ the S8. So let's wait and see. I'll give them another 3 minutes before... unless they start losing, of course, strong or hard here. I would say losing another 2 rounds would definitely put them in the danger zone. SOT not hitting his mark. RKQ, the top fragger of Nordic, just dying there. Yada trying to follow up, but also he dies to a Colombian bullet. Oh, this is not going the right direction. Oh no, ADX. I think if they said that it's an easy match, then they completely missed the mark. Because honestly, I'm more impressed that Colombia can field such a relatively good team. I mean, rather than a top team, they now fielded a top mid team. I don't know if that makes any sense, and I would say that Nordic is a mid team. At least that's what it's looking like now at the moment. Of course, we don't know how many... No, I was about to say something very unpleasant about the Colombians. Which, to be honest, wouldn't be right, since they only had 1 cheater. And... well, we don't know if that cheater still cheated, obviously. All we know was that he returned while banned, and that is not something that we appreciate at Urban Zone. He didn't cheat? Okay, well, one thing's for sure, he was banned, Morphus, and if you are banned, you shouldn't return. Accept the punishment, and wait out your punishment. Good hits here from Clarity. Will Clarity hit? Still not. And your dad is bleeding here. Okay, timeout time, I would say. A bit frustrating for your dad, probably. But yeah, what will you do? What will you do? Everybody's hoping for Fescarin to join. Incoming aggressive push here by the Nordics, which, well, has worked out reasonably, but Clarity here going to be meted back. And the Nordics haven't been able to med. Uh-oh. Yeah. Well, it's saying that they are 999, but that's just GTV messing with you, I hope. Thanks very much for... No, it's the server. And it's back. So it's just Burma who's 999 at the moment. And still the Colombians are winning. Thanks very much for the cheer, by the way. Sorry, I didn't quite see who that was because of the stuff that was happening. Thanks very much, Warsheep Germany. If they are going to win flawlessly, that will be the biggest insult for Nordic ever. It's a flawless victory, even while we have a 999 here. That's incredible. So the timeout is going to happen, but it's a timeout being chosen here by Colombia due to 999. Oh boy. I am kind of worried for the Nordics now. Let's take a quick peek at the bracket again. So, if the Nordics lose this, then they'll face off against, well, obviously one of the losing countries, but it could also be Italy. Sorry, not Italy. I mixed that up the whole time. It's Mexico. I know. But yeah, same colors, different emblem. No Blaze, no Fesk, no Nordic. I'm sure that they'll be pleased to hear, but kind of an insult to the rest of the team. Okay, let's see if I can get those graphics back while we wait for the game to resume. Ah, I see what I did. That was kind of stupid of me. So we're still waiting for the next one to reconnect. I guess we're going to go for a quick break here while we wait. Be right back. Welcome back, everybody. The game is about to resume, so Burma probably had to restart his computer or something. Anyway, you haven't missed much. As you can see, the timer is ticking down. Just to take or check out once more what the score is. It's 12-4 in favor of Colombia. So even with 4 players, I think Colombia could have won this, yeah, well, I do think, honestly, with 7.5 minutes remaining on the clock, it would have made it a lot closer, but at the moment the Nordics simply don't have an answer to Colombia. The comeback is possible, I know, but I think it will be a hard mission, a tough mission for the Nordics to do, especially now that they're going to lose another round here. SOT will try and get at least 1 kill. Well, he does that, but with a lovely headshot there by the G36 in the hands of the D. stucco. Yeah, they are pretty much hopeless here on their own map, Austria. I'm still hoping that SOT gets out the SR8. He does have it, but he just was the first person to die. And it's not like the Nordics don't have an answer to the Colombians, it's simply that the answer isn't good enough. Well, on your home map you should really have a certain win. So Colombia will, or has chosen Casa Team Survivor, which will be after this. That's definitely a map that we can expect SR8s to be used. Nice, okay, so they win 2 rounds back to back here. At least I think it was back to back, at least in quick succession, let's put it that way. But yeah, they need to keep that pressure on the Colombians and not allow them to, well, think, okay, wait a second, maybe we should play it slow. And that is exactly what the Colombians are doing now. Whereas at the start of the... Ooh, nice nade straight in the face of RKQ. He won't enjoy that too much. Good follow-up here by Forrest. Gets 3. Can he get the 4th? He gets 4 kills in a row here. Can he get the all kill? Oh, that was so close. Clutch or kick? Well, Forrest needs to be kicked now. Nicely done, Forrest. Wow. Yeah, guys, don't forget to hit the highlight button. It's there for a reason. And the Nordics have a 2-man lead, but trying too hard to get that medic in. Clarity and Khan, last one standing, but they're facing off against 3 Nordics. Well, it was pretty much 2.5 Nordics, but now it's 3. And Forrest going strong here. Impressive stuff by Skoog. Oh, wait a second. Skoog is a name that I recognize. So let's follow him a little bit more. Oh, you can hear that the opponent is on the other side. Skoog goes in head first, gets his opponent down to 20, and the med will be coming in as well. SOT interrupting the D. But this is not a round that's going to go towards the Nordics, unfortunately. There just isn't any momentum in the Nordic attack. I mean, they do tons of damage, but then they fall back. Six rounds, 4 minutes. That's the mission for the Nordics now. Actually, 6 rounds, 3.5 minutes, and that's not a good start here. But Skoog keeps the pressure on the Colombians, can't connect for a second kill. Does tons of damage here at wall. In comes SOT to clear up the mess. And SOT and RKQ eliminate the Colombian players. Now it's Burma who's burning down the clock. And they are going to call a timeout. Red team wins. All of these seconds were in favor of the Nordics. Black Line Day. RKQ was also having some issues during the 2 versus 2 tournament, where he was playing together with Maku. In fact, he was playing so well that, well, they did drop down to the lower brackets. And I think, yeah, well, actually, I know that they played against Z2X twice, and the last match, well, you should watch it on YouTube or when it's uploaded. Anyway, back to the game now. 3 minutes remaining, 5 rounds the difference. In comes RKQ, can't connect for love nor money. Nice angle here for RKQ. He needs to reload still. Gets the Desert Eagle kill. Aggressive push here by Yadad. Switches over, but he doesn't have any weapon. SOT here with 13% grabs the round. Yeah, both of all teams are lagging. The Nordics are just lagging a little bit more. Due to that, it's a North American server. Nice nade. Skoog survives. Only just. Down to 70%. Nice jump, but doesn't spot an opponent. Skoog gets one. No, it was actually stolen. Great anticipation here. It's 3 versus 3. Don't let them med up, Nordic. Don't let them med up and don't let them waste too much time. All of these seconds that are ticking down are vital to the Colombian hopes. Burma will get one. 30 seconds for 3 rounds. Well, actually, that's not completely true what I'm saying now. They have 1 minute, 20 seconds to get 2 rounds. But they're not allowed to lose another round. Come back, kids. Nordic here. They have to fall back and med up. SOT will also be looking for some medical assistance. Nice headshot here. In comes Skoog. Clears up. Is going to bleed. RKQ kills Burma with 82% remaining. He's going to have to hunt for clarity now and drop that stupid Kevlar vest if you haven't already. You'll need every little bit of stamina that you have. This is going to be hide and seek. Okay, 30 seconds to get 1 round. This is going to be balls to the wall aggressive here from the Nordics. Less than 30 seconds, guys. That's 1. Oh, RKQ jumps into a nade. You have to keep on moving, RKQ. 10 seconds. 2 alive still. 8 seconds. Tons of damage. Come on, come on, come on. No. No. Oh my god. I've never seen it go to the wire like that. I am pulling out my hair. Come on, Nordic. That was your round to win. Oh, well, they did win it, but it wasn't in time. Oh, my heart. My poor old heart. That was so emotional. What a game. What a comeback. Oh, so unfortunate that they couldn't get it. Yeah, 1 second too short. That's what this high-level Urban Terror can bring Ender Wiggin. Oh my goodness gracious. We're going to go for a quick break, guys. I have to give my heart a break. Oh my goodness gracious me. Oh, I feel so bad for the Nordics. I hope that they can force a third and deciding map on Casa. That would be so cool. Oh, well, guys, for now though, we're going to take a little bit of a break and we'll be back with Casa Team Survivor. Be right back. And we're back. So, in the most heartbreaking fashion, Nordic just lost their home map, Austria. Now we're going to the home map of Colombia, but we have a super sub named Feskarn. The myths are real. When the Nordics are in need of help, Feskarn stands up and he will, I don't know, probably snort a lot of Colombian cocaine and beat the hell out of the Colombians. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to enjoy the game. I'm looking forward to it. That's one thing that's for sure. Maku also, by the way, guys, needs loads of hearts. Guys, spam them in Twitch chat and highlight him in Discord, because he is the guy that makes this also possible. This will be reused in a frag movie for sure. Oh no, please don't. I'll re-record it. That was terrible. Anyway, for now though, let's see if the hype is worthwhile, because Fescarn, well, you guys were asking for him to play. Well, he's here now. Let's see if he can do a little bit better. One thing's for sure, they'll need all the help they can get on the home map of Colombia. That's for sure. Let's add some audio to Urban Terror. It's always a little bit weird watching Urban Terror without audio, and perfect timing, 20 seconds to go. Let's hope for a third and decider, and that the Nordics win this one. If not, well, it was still a great match. It was a very good match on Austria. Maku told me that the Nordics won every single round after Burma timed out. So that's quite impressive. I didn't quite notice that happening. I did notice, of course, the huge comeback. Anyway, let's reset the scores. 10 seconds in. No damage done just yet, but there we go. An opening kill for RKQ, taking out who? Let's see who is. Who is JSN, a name that I do actually recognize. That says a lot. Oh, tons of damage done here to SOT, but in the meantime, no Nordics have died in the making of this round. Oh, actually, there we see Bahatarari, who died, but Clarity gets 2 kills back to back on Fesk and SOT. So it's a 2 versus 1, and Clarity still has 80% remaining. That's 3 kills. He was 4 versus 1, and it's now 1 versus 1. Clutch or kick, and it looks like it's going to be a clutch or draw. Yeah, they hurt each other. No opening damage done by RKQ. So he opens the score and he closes the score. Nicely done, RKQ. 3 kills versus Clarity's 3 kills. But Clarity couldn't string a 4th, so it's 1-0 to the Nordics, and I know that a lot of players here will be looking forward to even more rounds for the Nordics. 2 minutes in. RKQ aggressively pushing gate, but it seems that the Colombians have set up at market, and you can see the nades dropping in. SOT scoping with the G36. And here comes the push. A slow push though. Khan apparently caught a couple of bullets from SOT or RKQ. It's a 4 versus 2, 3 versus 1 now, but it is Burma, who hasn't got a kill just yet. But there we go. Burma can never be discounted. He played very well, and that nade was perfect. The problem was that the timing was off. Otherwise, he would have had Fescarn and RKQ with 1 nade. That's the difference of half a second. Fescarn already wondering, why are we timing out? Well, I can tell you why we're timing out. This is not what the Colombians were hoping for as a start. So let's see what they will bring. Oh yeah, tanks Bao for pointing that out. I have a shortcut for the minimap and sometimes I hit it for some reason. The real question is, why do I have a shortcut for the minimap on my streaming config? Thanks very much for catching that, Bo. So we have a sub coming in. It's Techno Tokyo. Is JSN going to be subbed out immediately? No. It's the D. Jesus, the Colombian community must be doing very well. Apparently they at least have 12 players. Yeah, they did sub out Doko. I wonder why, to be honest. Anyway, let's see, because we haven't seen Techno Tokyo play just yet. And there might be a very good reason. Maybe he has some lead tactics here for Casa. For now though, 3 minutes played and it's 2-0 to the Nordics. They'll be very pleased with this start. Good push here from RKQ, but his teammate died at gate due to one of the grenades. RKQ going big here and does damage to Techno, and it's Skoog who will finish it up. Wow, RKQ, that was impressive, mate. He's 8-0. 8! He's the only player that hasn't died yet. That's a nice average. I'd take that any day of the week. So the Nordics are going to fall back from market. I really hope that, even though they are in the lead, because you see this too often with teams. They're in the lead, okay, let's change the tactics. Let's secure the lead, keep it going, keep it safe and secure. Well, good start here once more, 4 versus 2, and Techno Tokyo and Who are completely unawares that the Nordics are coming from behind. Good pincer movement should be coming now. Well placed nade. 2 versus 3 right now, even though GTV isn't updating. Why would you zoom out? Who counters though? But he's down to 23%. So this should be 4-0 with 5 minutes played. Goodness gracious. Well, one thing's for sure, it's not due to Fescarn since he only has 1 kill. But maybe it's his contribution in Discord or wherever they do their communication. Or he's just their... what's it called? Biggest supporter or lucky charm. Yeah, I don't like this, Nordics. Oh, okay. For a second there, I thought that they were just camping because of that one person there. Ooh, no, that's not good. You never want to see CI in your screen. So for the first time in this game, it's the Colombians that get the first kill. And we see a timeout here being called. So that CI might actually be the cause of this timeout. But once more, it's the Nordics that have put the pressure on Colombia. And the Colombians simply don't have an answer. Who does continue doing some damage, But my goodness gracious me, I don't know what's up with the Nordics. Maybe they took some snooze during the break to take off the edge. But one thing's for sure, they are on fire. 5-0. TS3 crashed for... Oh, well, apparently you don't even need it. Oh, that might be the best excuse ever for that one death. But we're seeing a lot of timeouts indeed. So the Nordics continuing their role that they started towards the end of Austria. They did manage to lose Austria though. And here we go. So TeamSpeak has been... yeah. Well, you can always call it another timeout. Yeah, it's true actually. You should ask, are you ready? Yeah, okay, /ready. It's common courtesy, but oh, okay. Wait a second. We have an SR8 on the map. That's going to be interesting. Let's see what Burma can do with that SR8. He already took out SOT. Oh, Skoog, you little ninja here. Phew. Lucky to get away there. Well, he doesn't get away with his life. I was about to say lucky to get away with his life there. Hey guys, you guys here? How surprising. RKQ just bossing it still. 12 kills to 1 death. He's going to try and get Khan as well.
New team wins.
Six 0. I don't know what is happening, but it's happening, guys. You guys should really become the captain of Nordic. You guys call the subs, and this happens. Nice aggressive push here. Khan going to try and get a kill, but yeah, that wasn't likely to happen. Nice headshot though. Here we spot the SR8 in the hands of Burma. Oh, great counter there by RKQ. He does die though for his efforts. But it's, well, it is actually the top fragger, of course, now from Nordic that dies. So let's see what the Colombians can do when RKQ is off of the pitch. Tense stuff here. We're approaching the halfway point in the map, and I'm sure that the Colombians will not be feeling too well. And tons of damage still being done despite RKQ's absence in this round. And it's only RKQ that dies here. Well, together with Feskarn, they both only died twice. Too bad that Feskarn, well, he's actually doing just as well as the rest of his teammates. So hats off to Fesk. Great damage output here. No death though. Oh, but in comes RKQ, who also died actually. I thought he would have cleaned up Khan. Nice flank. What? T9er just, well, didn't want to finish off the opponent apparently. That was really weird. But it does mean that the Colombians at the halfway point finally win their first round. And don't forget, Casa isn't Austria. Casa is a map that can be slowed down a lot. But I don't see the Nordics giving away their lead here.
Team wins.
So I wonder, that means that we will have a third and deciding map. An exchange of deaths here. So Burma and T9er dead. In comes who? And the P90's output is just not enough. Feskarn dies to Khan, and Khan only has 10% to pre-shoot. Nice. Oh, I love that. I love that. How epically good to keep your opponent in the corner. Yes, Tariq Charoud, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, but absolutely, during Corona, Urban Terror hasn't been more active in the last 5 years, I think, thanks to Corona, which is amazing. But even aside from Corona, we are active. We would have had this Nations Cup even without Corona. And, well, this whole weekend is chock full of Urban Terror. If you haven't seen from 3 to 7 o'clock this afternoon, we had a 2 versus 2 tournament, which will conclude tomorrow between 3 and 6. And after that, in the evening, we will continue on with even more Nations Cup action. But for now, let's focus on this game. Winner of this, well, won't be through to the knockout stage just yet, but will be one step closer. If you lose this, you're not out either, but you'll have to win 2 matches on the trot to win, or to qualify for the knockout stage. In the meantime, Colombia is being completely taken apart here by the Nordics, and I have to say hats off to them. This is really impressive. Now this is a North American server to make it fair for both teams. T9er and Burma out. Now let's see. Oh, good pre-fire by Techno, but doesn't connect unfortunately, and it's only Clarity remaining with Feskarn, Sot and Skoog to hunt him down. It seems that the hunting is being done by Clarity, but to no avail. 6.5 minutes remaining, and to be honest, I think that the Colombians have already given up on Casa, that is. But once more, that will only make it 1 map for each country. So we'll have to go to another 3rd map to decide. Amazing nade there, threading the needle to get it as far as possible. Those are difficult, I can tell you that. I mean, what would you do as Colombia now? You know you're going to lose this map, and well, you know you have to be on your best behavior, your best game to take out the Nordics on the 3rd map. I mean, the Nordics have been winning they've only lost 1 round in 20 minutes. And that's not a joke, because they were coming back on Austria as well. 1 round in 20 minutes after losing a fuck ton for 15 minutes. I hope that the Colombians in their big team also have a sports psychologist, but that's because that's what they'll need to win the third map. Double tap on the helmet, you could hear it. And in comes Skoog, also double tap on Clarity's helmet. Nicely done. So RKQ has taken a back seat. Allows Skoog also to make tons of kills. And Veskarn still on the server doing his best. Bo, I have no idea what the third map will be, because there will be a knife fight and an elimination out of a huge list of maps. Colombia taking a timeout. I don't know why. I would just want this shitstorm to be over with if I were them. Veskarn, we know you're not allowed to go anywhere. Hashtag Corona. To be honest, the Nordics also had plenty of timeouts, so I don't know what they're whining about. Don't throw stones if you live in a glass house. Yes, indeed, John Smith the Goat. They do veto the maps. Sorry if my explanation wasn't clear. I don't want to give people an idea, but to be honest, a technical timeout can be easily faked. Oh, come on, bring back clan-based Nations Cup. Sure, why don't you start clan-based? That time has come and gone. And we're still standing. No, I did really enjoy the friendly competition between Urban Zone and Clanbase, and I have to admit, I couldn't wait for Clanbase to die. And I would still shoutcast. Granted, I would still shoutcast their tournaments. So yeah, it's not that I wanted them to die that hard, apparently. But yeah, when you create a league, you prefer your league to be the biggest. So, still waiting. Oh my goodness. I didn't know Skoog was such a troll. They had 10 players available. They don't anymore. Wow. Memnon, if your message is blocked, try stop swearing, because there's an auto I don't know how to call it. There's an auto correct thing in Twitch chat. To be honest, Swine Might, I appreciate you watching the game with your son. And, well, this is going to be my excuse. I'm half Irish, and that means that every comma is a swear word. So, I'm trying my best. Imagine how many swear words I would really have to use. And the F word is a pretty normal word. Nah, I'm kidding. I wouldn't, to be honest, I wouldn't have my 5-year-old son, which is incoming by the way, watch this game. There's blood and gore going all over the place and tons of aggression. But nice that you guys are watching. So the Nordics are going to lose another round here, it seems. Well, I said the Nordics were going to lose this round, but not yet. In fact, SOT has full health. Well done there by in comes Skoog from behind. Yeah, even dropping that Kevlar won't save you. So, the Colombians have won 2 rounds in nearly 25 minutes. That's pretty bad. Biddle is still subbing, or well, I should say speccing. He'll probably help us get the maps, the map list, etc. Nice nade again there by Khan. Good push, but unfortunately Feskarn is on point. Techno Tokyo last one standing here. So 2 minutes remaining here, and Doko, well, has been on the server for 2 minutes, but unfortunately hasn't made a kill just yet, and he'll have to go another couple of minutes without a kill. Thanks for killing the last opponent. It's called high ping play, Fesk. Stop whining. You're winning. Sorry, Jazil. No, there won't be another game after this. It's actually quite unusual for a match to be played on Saturday, so I'm really pleased that they are playing this. There will be another map after this, if that wasn't clear just now, because they will have played one map each, and that means that we will have to go to a decider. Oh, Jesus, the lag. Well, RKQ is just going to continue on. Yeah, everybody was in instead of typing lag. Well, at least Boob still have a server. Halfway in. We don't have a winner just yet. But it is level pegging 1-1. Oh, sorry about that, guys. GG. Well, I should say GG, but I hope Colombia picks up the pace a little bit, because another 20 minutes of this will be very painful. We did 28 minutes to finally finish Casa. Okay, well, we're going to have a knife fight, but first we're going to have a break. Welcome back, ladies and gents. The last map of the evening, it's going to be Tahunga. You probably already saw the elimination. You didn't see the knife battle. Neither did I, to be honest. But that is really not the most important part. What is the most important is that we don't miss a second of this match. It has been a thriller. Well, I've updated the scores. In the middle of your screen it's 1-1. And we're hoping to add a 2 to one of these two countries. But they've made it very, very close. So, oh, whoops. I already put the flags of Colombia and Nordic in 2-1 so that I could easily fix that later on. Well, that's my mistake. You'll see the final picture in a couple of minutes. Anyway, for now though, we're waiting for them to ready up. I got the message from Maku, our GTV cameraman, once more. Can't thank him enough. For GTVing. I shouldn't be reading so much Twitch chat. It really interrupts my thought pattern. So it's Tahunga, the map made by Delirium. Yes, it's beta 8, not beta 10 that we were watching this afternoon. And I see that we have 92 viewers, guys. Let's see if we can get the triple digits. Spread the word, and let's see how this what's it called? How this match will conclude. And I'm quickly going to say to my wife, 20 minutes, honey. Ooh, if looks could kill, guys, if looks could kill. Anyway, here goes nothing. They are going to ready up any second now. Let's add some audio. Here we go. Let's hope for less timeouts. That would be great. First damage being done to a helmet of a Colombian player. You could hear that just now. So a good start here for Colombia. They get the opening kill on the top fragger of Team Nordic. As we've seen before, that doesn't say a lot. Need a bit of FPS issues here. Clarity gets 2, but won't be able to kill off T9er. T9er knows now where Khan is. And Khan will finally secure another round for the Colombians. Good start here for the Colombians. That's definitely what they need. Oh my goodness.
Red team wins.
So this is from the whining team, right? No 999. What's your excuse now, Nordics? Okay, well, thankfully it's a short one. But I've had more than enough of my share of timeouts. Good aggressive push here by Skoog, and we'll finish off D. So we find Nordic finally getting another, their first round in here on Tahunga. Let's wait and see what the game will do these upcoming rounds, because at the moment it seems like the Nordics are having a little bit of difficulty to keep their flow going that they started on Casa. Nice timing there from Clarity to jump over Skoog there and makes it 3-1. It seems that the slow play of Casa is really suiting the Nordic style. And this fast and heavy action play that we were seeing on Austria, but now also on Tahunga, the Colombians are coping very well with that. Veskarn can hear that they are medding up. Nice hits. Switches over to the Glock. Oh my goodness gracious, Veskarn. Well, that's why you guys wanted him to sub in. 3-2 now. Now 2 deaths for Colombia, and RKQ is out as well for the Nordics. It's only Khan remaining though with 90%, and he's between a rock and a hard place, and T9er will just keep him there, keep the punishment coming, and he will execute him in quick succession. 3-0 at the moment and 16 minutes on the clock. It's a close one at the moment. Let's hope that it ends, well, not specifically on the same way as Austria, but ends similarly, really close towards the end. Skoog is going to opt for a flankerino, and he catches Burma unawares. Now he is making tons of noise breeding, but apparently Who wasn't in the vicinity to catch on that dead giveaway. 100% versus 90%. The thing is that Skoog is top fragging at the moment for the Nordics, and he was, second on his team on Casa. They are very close to each other. What? Skoog, mate, I spotted Who there from your perspective. You have some grenades now. Try and dislodge him, but that's not what's necessary. Skoog will just clean up shop. So now the Nordics winning 3 rounds in a row, and that seems to be kind of how the Nordics roll, in bunches. Losing rounds in bunches and winning rounds in bunches. Skoog goes back after executing Who for a second time within like 20 seconds. And to see if he can flank the opponents again. Nicely done, a flawless victory here for the Nordics. And, well, comeback kids Nordic here. Another opening kill going to Veskarn here, and Clarity dying as well. Here comes RKQ from the flank, and it's, wow. Time for a timeout, Colombia. Oh, wait a second. You probably aren't allowed to. This is kind of squeaky bum time at the moment. I wonder what's happening in TeamSpeak for Colombia, because they need to get their act together if they want to go to the 2-1 group rather than the 1-2 group. And that first number is the number of matches won. Neither team will be out of the Nations Cup if they lose. But if one of them, well, whichever country does lose, they'll have to win 2 matches back to back. So here comes the Colombian team. After losing 5 rounds on the trot, they claw 1 back. Let's have a look at the scores. Burma, who completely obliterated the Nordics on Austria, is having a tough time after, well, on Casa, but now also on Tohunga. RKQ, the first one to bite the bullet here. Burma not lucky in his contacts, and in comes Fescarin from the side. Fescarin can't finish off Clarity, but SOT knows exactly where to find him. Not going to move in aggressively. And it seems like Clarity has escaped. Clarity, in fact, has more health than SOT. It's a bit of a ring around the rosy here at the moment. Whoever spots the opponent first will most likely win the round. 11 minutes remaining here as well. 2 rounds the difference. Oh, they miss each other again. After 40 seconds, for the guys that are new here, at the top right you also see 35, 34, 33 seconds. Then we will go to a draw. Getting more and more new players watching here. Don't forget to hit that follow button as well if you want to see the conclusion of the 2v2 tournament. Tomorrow at 3 o'clock we will continue our stream. And tomorrow evening even more Nations Cup action. There we go, there's the draw that I promised. And now they find each other. Too bad for SOT, even though he gets the kill. It doesn't matter, it's just a little bit of stat padding, but it will remain 6-4. Nice aggressive push here from Hu, but he can't finish off RKQ, unfortunately. RKQ still alive. Going to wait for some meds, and here he comes. Now it's 3, well, it was 3 versus 2, but now it's Burma who's slowly but surely dying. They'll be very pleased that SOT medded up RKQ. He secured them the round. 7-4 now. Halfway point passed. Nice nade from Doko. Unfortunately, wasn't expecting the big counter rush. Now it's Skoog versus Clarity. Clarity also has 100%. Both of them have their respective automatic weapons loaded up. The M4 versus the LR300, and it's the LR300 of Skoog that will win the game. 8-4 now. The difference is starting to become close to insurmountable, especially since this map, well, let's put it this way. It is small, it is fast, but it can also be slowed down. Skoog here, Flankerino, gets one, gets actually, well, that was his 3rd kill there. 9-4 now. And Colombia not going to time out. As you can see, well, the last time that I mentioned Burma, he also had 3 kills. He's just not fragging. That flick on the double helmet there by RKQ, impressive stuff here. Okay, well, I'm going to change my opinion on the Nordics. They are a force to be reckoned with, and that also has a lot to do with the Colombians, because I think that the Nordics would have lost versus the original Team Colombia, but still, this Team Colombia is still good enough to get far in this Nations Cup. Nice frags there by RKQ. Follow up here by T9er. T9er will clear up shop, but where is who? Fescarn, T9er, and SOT going to hunt down who? He still has full health. Double tap on the helmet. Double tap on another helmet. Oh! Well, that wasn't a double tap, it was a single tap, and Fescarn's still alive. And it is T9er who will clear up. 11-4 now with 7 minutes. The Colombians have to do a comeback from the book of the Nordics on Austria. Win around a minute and they will be back in the game. But at the moment, well, as you can see, Clarity, D and Khan dead. Who dead? It looks like it's going to be a flawless victory. Well, RKQ died to Burma just in time for to avoid the flawless victory. Well done, Nordics. Dudes, this is so impressive. Rolex, this is the 3rd map. You've already missed 2 maps. It was Kassa in Austria. They won each other's home map, but this time around, it seems like the Nordics have the better. Well, actually, they've been winning for the last 45 minutes. After a very impressive play by the Colombians for 15 minutes on the home map of Nordic, they simply haven't really had a good answer to the Nordic attack. Spam with the Glock, just to keep the Colombians at bay, keep them at water tank. Well, they do manage to escape, but in the meantime, the Nordics have medded up. Fucking Glock being used as a primary, it's crazy. So much action happening all over the map, and it's T9er that will finish up with the Glock, and a little bit of teabagging as well. 5 minutes remaining here, and it's GG. I'm calling it. That means that the Nordics are going to go up to the 2-match win group. They will join Australia in that group, and Colombia will drop down to what is at the moment the South American group. They will join Mexico there. In the meantime, Clarity here trying to save face. And get some kills But unfortunately, it's one-way traffic at the moment. The Colombians have fought their hearts out, guys. Don't forget, they honestly do deserve our respect. But it's simply too little, too late. The Nords are really impressive. So that gives me a little bit of time to quickly shout out to Maku. Thanks for GTVing. Also thanks to Biddle for organising this Nations Cup and assisting with the 2v2 tournament. Speaking of the 2v2 tournament, see you guys tomorrow at 3 o'clock. We're looking forward to entertain you further with the conclusion and also the €65 prize pool will be divided, so there's a lot riding on that. Enough beer money for a weekend, especially after Corona. I'm sure that people will need their beer money. Oh my goodness, unfortunate there for Clarity that he couldn't finish off the last SOT, but can will. Iomasta. Don't know what that means, but yeah, everybody in this server knows that it's GG already. Fuck all the haters in Twitch chat. All we need is Veskarn. Well, actually, it was the haters in Twitch chat that said that you should have started with Veskarn. So, Skoog, sit your ass down. Next time, play with Veskarn immediately. And give RKQ whatever you've been giving him after those first 15 minutes. Because, my goodness, RKQ, you've carried your team through to the Nations Cup, or kept them at least in the top level of the Swiss system. Comeback is possible. Yeah, sure, Bo. And an honourable mention also for Skoog, Forest Wow, who also has been partially carrying his team. Without him and RKQ, this would have been a 2-0 win for Colombia, that's for sure.
Red team wins.
Yeah, look at those amounts of kills. I mean, they are, to be honest, a little bit stat padding, because I think it was 10 rounds ago that most of us already knew where this was going. Maybe I'm slightly exaggerating, but don't forget that in these last 10 rounds, the Nordics have been playing fast and loose, so they've been losing some rounds, and they've been, well, also, and to be honest, I think that the Colombians have also just been playing fast and loose these last 10 rounds, enabling well, some impressive stats on the Nordic team. Nobody really plays to lose, obviously, but at the moment, everybody knows that the Colombians don't have hope in hell. And to be honest, they didn't have a hope in hell. They started off pretty well here on Tuhunga, but it's pretty much the experience of the Nordics that took them through, that got them through. They have the upper hand on the Colombians. They know what to do when they change their game, and they know what to do when the map changes as well. So last round here, 20 seconds remaining. Where will this 30th round go? At the moment. It seems to be going in favor of Colombia. Well played. GG. Congratulations, Nordic. Very well played. And that means that the Nordics will go through to the 2-1 group. As you can see, I've already updated it. And they will join, well, they will either be joined by USA or Belgium in that group, together with Australia. That's a very stacked group. And of course, there are plenty of other matches to be played in the 1-1 group as well to complete both groups. I hope you've all enjoyed this. Tomorrow we will know which 2 countries have qualified for the knockout stage, but also we will be saying goodbye to either Turkey, Asia, Chile or Italy. For now though, it was a pleasure shoutcasting for you guys. Nice to see that we get so many views on a Saturday evening. I hope to get a lot more views tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. Keep this this great game alive. If you are new here, don't forget to hit the follow button. We're going to entertain you tomorrow as well for at least 4 hours. It was my pleasure to shoutcast for you. My name is 7 of 9. Don't forget to hit the follow button and we will be back with more Urban Terror action tomorrow. What a day, what a day. 5 hours of shoutcasting at the very least. I think actually 6 hours. It's been a long day. Cheers everybody. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow's my birthday. Going to make a great birthday bash and hopefully not get too drunk. Good night and don't forget to wash your hands. Here's Herb Albert and the Tijuana Brass with Spanish Flea to play you guys out. Good night.